In the fridge is an ice cold fountain Diet Coke.
Oh, we're going like 80.
Licked it? It's toxic, right?
What?
Dun, 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 dun. Or will we have to pay for that song?
No, not the way you sang it. West Wendover. Probably the biggest city we've seen
In a few days.
in a week. Which thing?
I don't remember where we were.
I know. Well, all the Capitol Reef,
Yeah.
Cathedral Valley,
Yeah.
all that. There's not much there. So for at least a week, we haven't really seen much. There's a casino, there's another casino, hotel, the Peppermill Casino. Not where we're staying though.
And there's the Rainbow
Rainbow
Casino.
Casino, and there's another casino, another casino.
These kids are playing in a parking lot.
You can tell that you are right on the border of Utah and Nevada because all these casinos are here, so people come over from Utah.
And we're on Mountain Time.
Cross the state line, and now all you get is a Quality Inn.
And now it's 5 o'clock.
Lost an hour.
Well, I'm still on 5:09.
How are you?
Is that what time it is? What time are you?
We're back on Utah time now. Stop here. Leave the RV. Go do a little bit of scouting. We could camp right here. Be fine. Fire pits everywhere. But there might be something cooler. How you doing?
Good.
You want to go scout? Since we're here for a couple of nights.
Where do you want me to go?
Out that road. What does it say?
Standards and hope run sky high. Expectations have fallen through the floor. So I think that means you hope for the best.
Why is there a sign for that?
I don't know. Maybe people go up there and then
And never come back?
Yeah.
That's encouraging. How about just put a don't climb the rock sign?
I wasn't. There was a trail I was going to go on. I'm not going to climb rocks.
Oh, okay. Did you just call our RV a trailer?
Oh, sorry.
That's rude. Oh my goodness, I think we found a spot. It'll only take me 45 minutes to get here in the RV. It's not that far away, but it is a washboard road. What are you doing? Let's go.
Well,
But what? What's the problem?
I want to face. Which way are we going to face?
I was gonna pull in just like that.
Okay. Well, there is a fire ring kind of there.
I don't know. We found 3 spots. My wife claims she doesn't care. Just take whichever one. She's giving me a dirty look now because she knows I'm talking trash. She said, I don't care. Any one of the 3 is fine with me. But something tells me she's going to change her tune when she knows she's got another RV sitting right next to her, which is kind of the thing about dispersed camping is you don't really want to be camped right next to somebody when you've got all this space, which is the reason we're not staying in this main area that has all the little fire rings. And we were laughing before this in the car about how all these public lands places say, oh, just camp wherever there's a fire ring. It's like, well, clearly all the fire rings have been built by campers, people like us, because they're just rocks in a circle. There's no, steel fire ring or anything. It is literally just a thrown together fire ring. So anywhere someone's put one, I mean, there's one in the field right here. Pretty sure no one's camped there unless they were car camping in a tent. I'm gonna run to the truck stop, which is about 3 miles from here. We want to get firewood for tonight, and we had a couple of miscellaneous things. We decided we're just gonna eat dinner here at the RV tonight. And then tomorrow we're gonna go out and tool around on the salt flat. I think tomorrow morning she's gonna get up and hike these hills right behind us. I may do a little, but she wants to go to the peaks. And then we're gonna go out to the salt flats for the day, and then we'll probably come back here and to clean up, and then go have dinner back over in Westover where the casinos and everything are. Wendover. Let's see if they have any firewood. Looking good for the home team. Oh, they don't have any firewood. I'm not sure why this fifth wheel is just camped right here on the side of the road. Maybe they're afraid to go off-roading with it, I don't know. But you can see way off in the distance, you might be able to see our rig sitting up there. Pretty cool spot.
All they had was water.
Yep. No firewood.
No chocolate.
No firewood, no cheese. Well, what's the point of getting chocolate if there's no graham crackers, no firewood, right?
True.
So, yeah. Got water though. Bonneville Flats Dispersed camping area
Yes.
is where we're at. But there's not a sign out front that says Bonneville Flats Dispersed camping area. It says Bureau of Land Management something, but it's not. But that's where we are.
That's where we are.
That's where we are.
That's where we are. And it's breakfast. And I'm gonna go climb a mountain.
And I'm gonna drive you there.
I have to drive? I thought I'd just leave from here.
Well, am I gonna sit here for 3 hours waiting for you if I do
I
that?
thought you were gonna go play with your drone.
Well, my plan is to have the drone go up where you're climbing.
Oh. Well, then I guess you have to drive there.
Well, I was going to take you around the edge where it
Oh.
says there's an easier, in theory. And we don't have to infringe on that guy's privacy up there. It's parked right at the base of where you would probably want to take off from. All right. That's the little mountain right there. Looks little. I don't think it is little. What did it say? The
66,000 feet?
66,000 feet. Wow.
66.
You better take some oxygen with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to go all the way to that peak up there, or are you just going to try to get to where you can get?
I mean, that's the goal.
Okay.
You think you'll be able to see me wherever?
Well,
I'll text you when I'm...
I'm tempted to drive down and go around the backside.
Oh, okay.
Just for kicks, just for giggles. You got good cell coverage here, right?
Yeah. So far, yeah.
I mean, it's only like it's a 15-minute drive for me to get around the backside.
Well, you might as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna probably end up around that way anyway.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll drive around the backside and then I'll try to fly the drone up. All right, I have left Peggy. There's not really a designated trail. It's a scramble, which is right up her alley. And I'm gonna drive around the backside of this mountain and see if I can't get a better view of her coming up the backside and kill some time. And you can see our RV off in the distance, just down the hill, and then the salt flats. It should be a pretty cool view from up there with the salt flats.
No trail, so we're just blazing our own. All the hikes around here said, oh, I couldn't find the trail anywhere. Just hike the mountain. It's beautiful. So that's what we're doing. Trudging straight up. It's gonna be slippery coming down.
directions had me cutting on a pretty hairy dirt road, or continuing on, which is what I did on a paved road. If I had four-wheel drive, which if you haven't watched previous videos, you would know that in order to flat tow this FJ, you have to remove the rear drive shaft. And when I do that, you can't go in four-wheel drive. You can only use two-wheel drive, and it's still does okay for high clearance stuff and not, you know, for rough roads. But when you start getting into some of these are pretty hairy, and it's pretty loose sand. So I try to avoid getting stuck, and I don't like having to put the drive shaft back in because it takes about an hour just to get everything out, get the tools, to go through that whole rigmarole, put everything away. It's about an hour's worth of work, and then have to do it all again to put it right back in again when we're going to go somewhere. So I usually don't have the drive shaft in. We had it in for a few days while we were in Capitol Reef, Goblin Valley area, just because we did a lot of off-roading, rock climbing type stuff there. But for this trip, this is quite a view here. Just came over the backside of this mountain, well, hill, it's not really a mountain, to find the backside of the hike that Peggy's doing. And it looks like there's actually another whole salt flat, a separate salt flat out here. I don't know if this is a different lake bed or if it's just an extension and people don't really talk about the one out here.
So this is about a mile from where I started. Trying to get up there so I can see Johnny.
This would be a great place to disperse camp over here too. She's up there. Backside. Our RV's on the other side of that. Alright, I made it back to the other side. I did a quick stop at the gas station to fill up and also surprise Peggy with an ice cold Diet Coke for fountain soda, which is her favorite thing in the world. So when she comes off the mountain, she'll have that for her. She just texted me and said she saw me pull into the RV, so I don't know, I can't see her at all. I don't know how far up she is. Peggy decided to keep walking. She finished the hike and I met her up at the base and she decided she wanted to get some more steps in. So she's walking back down to the RV right now. Bless her heart. She doesn't even know that when she gets to the RV, she has an ice cold fountain diet soda, Diet Coke waiting for her. Her favorite thing of all times. Hey lady. Hey. How about you share the road?
Oh, well,
Share
you
the
would
road.
have.
Hey, a little more inspiration for you?
Yeah.
In the fridge is an ice cold fountain Diet Coke. Look at her. She's like Forrest Gump. Bless her heart. It's not a Pepsi.
I know, I was like, what?
It is not a Pepsi. We just had lunch in the RV.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are going to go drive out that road. See those cars?
Mm-hmm.
To the Bonneville Salt Flats Speedway. Or as my wife likes to say,
Bonneville?
the Bonneville. How silly would I feel if I didn't have the car keys? I think I finally got the car keys. We're at the Bonneville Speedway, end of the road. It looks pretty dry. I'm trying to decide if we want to drive out on it or not, but it looks dry. I don't see any wetness. There's the mountain you just climbed right there. There's the dirt road we went up. That's where I was gonna go and just head out that way. Get away from everybody.
Yeah.
We got in our car to go drive across the flats, but we had to stop for a minute and watch this van load of
Girls.
what do you think they are? 20s? Early, like 19, 20, 21, something like that?
Maybe 18?
Maybe.
Oh, look at the one here over by herself.
She's got her camera set up on the
I
ground.
know.
Doing all their TikToks and Instagrams and dramatic poses. It's almost more entertaining than watching the salt flats, I think.
Yeah.
Well, one of them's running off into the distance.
That's kind of cute. That was cute.
You'll have to do that.
Yeah.
But don't run like Forrest Gump, okay?
Is that what she did?
No, that's what you did.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, you're so rude.
How's it feel?
Well, worst case, it's pretty flat. And I could always spend an hour underneath the FJ putting on the drive shafts.
You brought your tools?
Yeah, I got all my tools. I got a mat to put down. I don't have pants, but I'm not too worried about it. I mean, come on. Someone drove 760 miles an hour on this. Can you imagine?
No.
760 miles an
Is there a
hour.
video of it?
Oh, I'm sure there is. Yeah, they broke the land record, right? In a rocket car.
You know, I crumbled some in my hand and then...
Licked it? That's toxic, right?
What?
That is I-80 over there. That is Salt Lake City over there. And back here is where we're camped on those mountains. Okay, giving you the keys.
Oh, gee. Could you be more
We
dramatic?
get stuck.
It's your fault.
You're crawling under and putting it right
Oh,
on.
okay. He didn't get stuck. Look, he went all the way around.
We didn't really go all the way around.
All right. How fast am I going?
Well,
No, no, no.
I don't think you need to set the land speed record.
I don't think I could go 760.
I don't think you should even try.
Isn't this fun? What happens if you slam on the brakes?
You don't.
I feel like that mountain right there, it's not getting any closer.
Well, we know this is probably at least 12 miles across here. Are you done?
I think so.
We are trying to find a car wash to get the salt off of the FJ, since it'll be a week or 5 days until we're home. Welcome to West Wendover. He's got a big old cigarette in his mouth too.
Yes, he does. I
Yeah.
can't wait till later when we get to see him lit.
That's true. You can see the little light on his end of his cigarette. That would be a under construction one, I'm going to say, based on the mud I'm seeing there. So we're going to wait our turn here. Oh, it's cathartic, isn't it? Yeah, baby. Get in there. That's good. Long overdue. 6 weeks on the road. We good? Does that make you feel really good? It's like a religious experience there? Yeah. That was fun watching you do that. Making my wife work for the car wash. I'm gonna have to get the soundtrack from Car Wash. It's Cowboy. I don't know what he's pointing at. He's pointing at Lee's liquor. They had no firewood at the grocery store. We went to 3 different places. Good news is, we found somebody's abandoned fire pit. Goes for miles.
You could go for miles.
So I built this cool slide out for the Blackstone, and it's worked really well for a year plus. Now I can't get the slide all the way out. I think there's screws have come loose like they always do on the inside slide out brackets. I haven't wanted to take it apart on the road because that if I can't get it back together the right way, it'll just be a pain to store the Blackstone. So I just got it set up on a little table for tonight. So if you're thinking about coming to Salt Flats, it's a couple hours of entertainment. Out on the flats, around the flats, there's not much unless you want to go hike hills that are unmapped, like Peggy did. But you're like what? I think hour and a half, 2 hours to Salt Lake City. So if you were in Salt Lake City and want to come check it out, that would be cool. I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
I think most of the people we saw today did that. And then in the summer, I guess in August, they do, that's the big race month here where they do the races out on the flats. So,
Buttons.
moonrise isn't until 9:30 here.
But it was way before that last
That's what
night.
I thought too.
Well, let's see what time I took my picture. Let's go to the picture. Just a minute. I took a lot of pictures.
It was a windy night.
It was very windy.
It was supposed to be done by midnight.
It wasn't.
It was not. I got up at 3 and it was still blowing hard.
I think it ended about an hour ago.
We thought we were going to get this awesome moonrise. We were all set up, had the cameras going, and then windstorm came blasting in while we were sitting by the fire at sunset. Clouds came in. Couldn't see anything.
Couldn't see nothing. Why would I have dreamt about that? Just because I saw the golden arches yesterday?
Probably. We hadn't seen them in a long time. I mean,
Baker
think about
didn't have
the whole
one.
trip. I mean,
Capitol Reef didn't have one.
so that's like a week and a half of
Nope.
travels.
How do you not have a McDonald's in a town? I don't understand.
Or a Walmart. We've been so remote there haven't even been Walmarts. Yeah.
Wendover doesn't even have a Walmart.
Mm-mm. So we'll go from here, which is Salt Flats, Utah, a mile away from Nevada. So we'll cut up through, and then we'll go up to Twin Falls, which we've been to before. And you got caught in a windstorm. You remember sitting sipping your wine, and then you were like getting blasted by wind at Twin Falls.
Oh, yeah.
From there,
That little restaurant.
yeah, from there to Boise, and then from Boise we head up through into Huntington, Oregon. It's very, very dirty. Desperate need of a washing and waxing, probably. And you get the soft blocks. Are you ready?
Ready.
Block time. There's a town right here called Wendover. There's West Wendover and Wendover. And Wendover is apparently where is on the Utah side, and West Wendover is on the Nevada side. And you can see the difference because as you come through the main road in from Wendover to West Wendover, There's a big painted white line across the middle of the road where it says Nevada on one side and Utah on the other. But the more stark difference is that all of a sudden you see casino, liquor store. It's Nevada, right? So it's a little different than Utah. Everything I read online said fresh water.
Oh.
There's no fresh water there. So maybe on your way out, just drive around. Maybe you see a spigot here somewhere that's not next to the dump station. Well, my concern is I went on the website last night for the Oregon State Park, and it says that they turn all the water off through April until the end of April. It's like, oh. So if I can get at least a little bit of water here, that would be great. If not, we'll just have to figure it out when we get to Oregon, I guess. The problem with these online reviews is you just never know what you're going to find when you actually get there. What's might be perfectly acceptable to some people is not acceptable to me. And every review I read said there was fresh water here. So unless there's another spigot, I can't imagine anyone would be stupid enough to fill up their fresh tank. Okay, getting on the freeway. We have 378 miles to go.
I dream about McDonald's last night.
Oh, you didn't, did you?
I think I did.
That's really sad.
Oh my God, I worked at McDonald's.
You worked at McDonald's? That was your dream last night?
Yeah. And
Did you say, do you want fries with that?
yes. It was a bizarre dream, but I had to give a dude. This dude kept coming for fries.
Was the dude's name John?
No, his name was Mondo.
Mondo?
And then he would open his bag of fries and they would be all the broken pieces. You know?
And he was returning them?
Yeah. And then I'd go to my manager. She goes, yeah, those aren't acceptable. Get him new ones.